In 1994, Rwanda collapsed into one of the darkest moments in human history. In just 100 days, more than 800,000 people were killed by their own neighbors. The country was destroyed. Families were shattered. Trust disappeared. Many believed Rwanda would never recover. But today, Rwanda is one of the cleanest, safest, and most organized countries in Africa. So how did a nation that went through hell rebuild itself into a symbol of discipline, order, and progress? This is not just a story of Rwanda. This is the story of how a country chose to rise from the ashes.
Tebo Insights.
To understand Rwanda's tragedy, we must first understand its history. Before colonialism, the people of Rwanda lived together as one society. They spoke the same language. They shared the same culture. They believed in the same traditions. The labels Hutu and Tutsi existed, but they were more like social classes and ethnic divisions. Everything changed when European colonizers arrived. First the Germans, and later the Belgians. The colonial rulers introduced identity cards. They divided people into rigid categories. They told one group they were superior and the other that they were inferior. Over time, this artificial division turned into deep hatred. Resentment grew, propaganda spread, and the seeds of disaster were planted. In April 1994, everything exploded. After the plane of Rwanda's president was shot down, extremist leaders launched a planned campaign of mass killing. In just 100 days, more than 800,000 people were murdered. Neighbors killed neighbors. Friends killed friends. Families were destroyed. The world watched, and the world did almost nothing. When it finally ended, Rwanda was not just broken. It was completely shattered. There was no economy, no trust, no functioning government. Millions were dead, traumatized, or displaced. Many believed Rwanda would never recover. Imagine a country where almost everyone has lost someone, where prisons are full, where the streets are silent, where fear lives in every home. That was Rwanda in 1994. The new government faced an impossible question. How do you rebuild a country when the people don't trust each other anymore? There was no money, no strong institutions, no unity, only pain. But Rwanda made a radical decision. Instead of building on revenge, it would build on unity. The Rwandan rebirth. One of the first things Rwanda did was remove ethnic identity from public life. There would be no Hutu, no Tutsi, only Rwandans. The country focused on discipline, order, and long-term planning. Corruption was not tolerated. Security was made a priority. Cleanliness became a national culture. Today, Kigali is one of the cleanest cities in Africa. Plastic bags are banned. Once a month, Citizens join a Muganda, a national community cleaning and building day. Rwanda also invested heavily in women. Today, Rwanda has the highest percentage of women in parliament in the world. Healthcare improved, education improved, technology expanded. Step by step, Rwanda began to rise. Rwanda model. Rwanda's development is not an accident. It is a result of strict leadership, long-term vision, and national discipline. The government focuses on clean cities, safety, technology, tourism, investment, and national unity. Rwanda is now one of the safest countries in Africa. Tourists walk freely. Businesses are growing. The country is stable. From genocide to growth. From collapse to control, from ashes to order. But Rwanda's story is not perfect. Some say the government is too strict. Some say political freedom is limited. Some say stability comes at the price of control. Rwanda chose order over chaos, unity over division, control over risk. The question is not whether Rwanda is perfect. The question is whether Rwanda found a way to survive. What Rwanda teaches the world. Rwanda proves something powerful. That even after the worst darkness, a nation can choose a different path. Not revenge, not hatred, but rebuilding. Rwanda's story is not just African history. It is human history. The meaning of Rwanda. Today, Rwanda stands as a reminder both how low humanity can fall and how high it can rise again. It is not just a country. It is a lesson about unity, about discipline, about choosing the future over the past. Rwanda did not forget its pain, but it refused to live inside it, and that may be its greatest achievement.